Welcome to Facts Pro, where it's all about facts, financial, accounting, and tax strategies. Today, we're not talking about a tax strategy. I've been doing a series for the last couple of weeks about advanced tax strategies, but I thought today to talk about some compliance issue because when you work with your tax advisor or with your CPA, you're expecting them to be taking care of your compliance issues. So if you have a tax deadline coming up, you don't have to worry about it or you don't have to know when is anything is due, but they will be taking care of that for you. So I thought we should talk about some upcoming deadlines that you don't want to miss. And if you are not sure whether you filed or not, then you have to ask, did I file this? At the end of the day, it's your responsibility to file on time. So you gotta follow up and you gotta ask whether this tax return was filed or not really. So what are the upcoming deadlines and when is it due? So let's dig in to talk about that. All right, so as you know, I always like to start with a joke, and the joke here is about finding the receipts at the end of the financial year as you're trying to get your things or your financials together for your tax preparer. All right, so October 2025 tax deadlines. Yeah, it's getting cooler and there are some critical filings. So we want you to stay compliant to avoid penalties and interest and payments that you don't have to pay if you're in compliance. Overview. So October brings important business and retirement plan deadlines. The key filings include corporate returns, payroll deposits, retirement contribution, and federal unemployment tax. And we'll tackle those in the next couple of slides. For corporate returns, Form 1120 corporation. So this is not S Corp, this is a C Corp. C Corp filing deadline is coming up on October 15 if you have filed a 6-month extension by April 15. You need to pay any taxes due, any interest, any penalties, anything that you have to pay because you didn't make payment on time or something. You have to file your 2024 calendar year corporate income tax return by October 15. All right, so that's the first thing. You also need to file and definitely your personal tax return. Before I get into the payroll withholding, you also need to file your personal tax return by October 15. Regarding payroll withholding, as a business owner, if you have employees and you're a monthly depositor, then you need to deposit your Social Security, Medicare, and withheld income tax for the month of September by October 15. Also retirement accounts, the last day to establish and contribute to your Keogh or SIP IRA account if by October 15, of course, the SIP IRA, if it was done through the S corporation, then it's passed. It's September 15. But if you're doing it through your single member LLC or something, then it's October 15. So it must be established by October 15 if your return was extended. It has to be timely extended. And you contribute, the final contribution deadline, if the return is extended, is also through October 15 when you file your personal tax return. Okay? October 31st, that's for Form 941 filing. Form 941 is for employers. If you have employees on payroll, you file Form 941 for Q3 2025. So for the quarter ending September 30, you file your Form 941 by October 30. And you deposit or you pay any undeposited tax under the accuracy of deposit rules. If your tax liability is less than 2,500, then you can pay it in full with the time you filed return. If you deposited the tax for the quarter in full and on time, then you have until November 10 to file the return. All right. For certain small employers, you can deposit any undeposited tax if your tax liability is 2,500 or more for 2025, but less than 2,500 for the third quarter. So 2,500 or more for the year, but not if less than 2,500 for the third quarter, you can deposit it also by October 31. Okay. FUTA, the federal unemployment tax. You need to deposit your FUTA owed throughout September 2025, and it's only required if you have an accumulated liability of more than 500. All right. So that concludes our deadlines. October 15 is your corporate return and payroll deposits, retirement plan deadlines, and personal tax return. October 31st is your employer payroll filings and FUTA deposits. Definitely, if you miss deadline, that most likely means penalties and interest. So you don't want to be subject to that. So you need to always be on top of your compliance issues because that's the least thing you can do. And once you're in compliance, once you're ending the year and you've done great work, what you can do next is to start planning for the new year. Not the new year, I'm sorry, start planning before the new year for 2025. All of this, like most of the corporate returns, we're talking about 2024 filing for your corporate return for your personal return, but we want to talk about 2025 planning. So you want to take like put 2024 behind and worry about 2025, how you can plan for it, how can you like consider any tax planning strategies before year ends. So always reach out and let me know if you need any help. All right, thank you. See you next week.